Good morning, everybody. How are you today? It is October the 1st. Oh my God, it's October. It is Thinking Thursday today. So every Thinking Thursday, as the name suggests, we think about the exercise we're going to be doing. We're going to plan our way through it and we're going to make ourselves better. So I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Karen. How are you today? I'm here with Get Moving. Get Moving is all about helping people with mobility issues to get some exercise. So people who have disabilities of some kind maybe, or an injury, medical conditions, anything like that can stop them from moving as well as they hope. Get Moving is here to help them move better and get some solid, good exercise so they can all enjoy and live life to the full. That's the plan, that's the idea. So as I say, Thinking Thursday, it is all about thinking our way through these moves, not just going through the motions, not just ticking boxes and just doing things, but actually planning ahead and thinking to ourselves, how can I actually be better at this? Not just accepting what's happening in life, but thinking and planning about how we can move forward, make it better and improve ourselves. That's what the idea is today. So all the exercises we're going to be doing, we are going to do them twice, because we all know the second time is always better than the first time. The first time is going to set a benchmark, set an assessment, so we can just see how we are doing, see what our strengths and weaknesses are. And the second time, we are going to actively pick on one thing that can make that move a bit better. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or not, but the second time round, we're going to make it a little bit better by thinking and planning what we're going to be doing. That's what we're going to do with all the exercises. I am, as usual, dangling my little dangling my band around here. This is the exercise of the week. We'll be using this. That'll be coming from the second exercise. So won't be long. Hope you've got your resistance band handy, because you're going to need it in a minute or so. In the meantime, don't forget, all these exercises are suitable for pretty much everybody. So if you're seated, if you're standing, you can give it a go. And as I say, it doesn't have to be perfect, but we just need to be working the best we can, doing the best we can, okay? Oh, excuse me, breakfast. Okay then, so our first exercise, I'm going to put this to one side for a moment. So our first exercise, marching on the spot. So if you are seated, if you can't stand up for the moment, no worries. Just moving your legs, marching on the spot, up and down like so, getting the legs moving. If you are standing though, same idea, marching on the spot, but up here, obviously, getting the legs going like so. I have my trusty timer. What did I set it at? I can't remember. 25 seconds. Okay, 25 seconds it is. So, marching on the spot, getting your legs moving, doing what you can. We're going to do it twice. First time, assess how you're doing, find out your strengths and weaknesses, and think about what we're going to do better the second time round, okay? 25 seconds in 3, 2, 1, marching on the spot. So, easier versions are these down here somewhere, a small step. That's fantastic. Small steps is a great start. If we can, we're going to make them a bit bigger. The bigger the move, the better. But as always, we're going to work within our own limitations, but we're going to think about how we can improve and go past those limitations, push those limitations. So that's our 25 seconds. That's round one. So fingers crossed, by now you've got a rough idea of how good, how bad you are, what the weaknesses are, what the strengths are. Is it your balance? Is it one side over the other? All these little things. You've got a rough idea now of what you're going to do a little bit better this round two. We're going to think about how we can make this a little bit better. So round two, marching on spot again. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So how can we make it a bigger move? How can we get the knees up higher? How can we stand or sit taller and not slouch and collapse? How can we make this move better? We are all unique. We're all individuals. We've all got our own personal strengths and weaknesses. So this is where we're going to think for ourselves and figure out how we can improve. That's our time. That's our first round. Our first exercise, sorry. So the same idea with all the other exercises now, okay? So, everybody, grab your elastic band. Here's the exercise of the week. This is a seated exercise. If you're unsure about what this is, go have a look back at last Tuesday, Technique Tuesday, because that is where I go in depth on how to do this exercise. So we're going to do the first round on one side and the second round on the other side, okay? So, got my resistance band. I'm sat down. This is a sitting exercise. One foot, well, both feet, I guess, clamping down the resistance band on the floor. I'm holding the resistance band in my other hand, sitting nice and tall, and we're going to lift arm up, stretch the band high, under control down, and the same thing diagonally out to the side, up and back and down. 25 seconds worth. Think about how things are working. Think about how you can improve it. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So the first bit, flying like Superman, up nice and high, and a controlled return. Same thing diagonally. Again, thinking shoulder blade, pinning back, and then down. And repeat to the top. Up, shoulder blade back, nice big move, and then diagonally. Out and back, and down. And, perfect timing, there we go. So now the same thing on the other side. Think, how can we improve this move? Do we need to make the exercise harder or easier? And we do that by adjusting the length of the band here. A longer band makes it easier, a shorter band makes it harder. Do we need to sit in a different position? You figure it out, have a think about how you can make this move a bit better. Same thing, 25 seconds on the other side. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Sitting tall, reaching up, and then controlled descent. Same thing diagonally out the side there. Shoulder blade comes back, and return. So this is an exercise for posture, sitting tall, strengthening the upper back, the shoulder blades area, all these things. It helps us sit and stand tall. It protects or looks after our shoulders, makes them healthier for longer. That is round 2. That's the new exercise of the week. So again, if you're unsure about that, go have a look at last Tuesday's session, okay? Put that to one side now. Knee bends, okay. If we're seated, kicking the feet out like so, bending and straightening the knees. If we're standing, kicking them back to the bum behind us like so, again bending, straightening the knees. 25 seconds worth. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So we've got a bit of balance going on here. If we're standing, we have to shift the center of gravity side to side. We're going to bend the knees as much as we can. If we're seated, we're going to straighten the knees as much as we can. We're just going to get as much movement out of the joints as we possibly can. Again, you have a think, we're all unique. Maybe one side is better than the other. Maybe balance is an issue. Maybe strength is an issue. But that's our first round. How can you make this second round a little bit better? Think about it, plan it. Don't just sit there and go through the motions. Work it out in our heads now. Round 2, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Bending and straightening the knees. Me, I'm going to try and get the heel a bit higher. I'm going to make it a bigger bend. Right up there somewhere. If you're seated, maybe you're going to think about straightening your knee a little bit more. So instead of stopping there, who knows? But you are going to think about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. And that is our time. Well done. Twisting time. Seated or standing, it's the same thing. Nice and tall, fold your arms, big twist one way, big twist the other way. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Nice big moves, one way and the other. Don't let it be body staying still and just arms moving. Notice that my entire body, my chest, everything is swaying from side to side, is twisting around there. Make sure you are also doing the same thing, a nice big twist move there. That's our time, that's round 1. How can you make this better? For me, the bigger the move, the better. So I always think about thinking one shoulder deliberately coming really far forwards and then the other shoulder coming really far forwards. You might think the same, who knows? 3, 2, 1, off we go. Big twist. Not just flapping the arms, but the actual body. Feel your stomach muscles down here playing a part as well. Twisting around, getting the shoulders forwards, getting the shoulder back, and feeling the whole back moving, because that's what we're after. Movement of the spine. And time. Dead simple. Double tap. If you're seated, sit tall, no slouching. Knee comes up twice. Same on the other side. Twice. If we're standing, it's balance time again. Balancing and a double tap with the knee on one side, double tap with the knee on the other side. 25 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. As normal, a small move down here is the easier version. But you ask yourself, start thinking about it now. How can you get your knees a bit higher without falling over? Obviously, that goes without saying, I hope. No falling over, but get your knees up. A double tap at the top there. Controlled standing, controlled upper body. That's time. How can you make it a little bit better? If balance is an issue, moving your body weight from side to side, that's going to be a key thing. But you think how you're going to do it. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Round 2. So, if you can, I've mentioned this before, identifying your strengths and weaknesses. If you can figure out the thing that's holding you back, the bottleneck in your move, whether it's balance or strength or something like that, if you can figure that out, then you can work on that. That's what we're thinking of here now. We are strategically planning how we're going to do things here. Time. Side bends. Seated or standing, it's the same. One arm down if you can, other arm over, bending side to side. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Bending side to side one way and then the other way. Again, asking yourself, well, this first one, seeing how much of a move you can do, seeing how big a move you've got, starting to think about how you can make it a bigger, more controlled movement. Using our brains, it's Thinking Thursday. That's our time. So, hopefully you've got a bit of an idea, you've thought about something. How can you make it a bit bigger move? Maybe change the speed. That sometimes plays a part. Try it faster, try it slower, see what works for you. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Again, a big stretch one way. Me, I'm feeling a good stretch along the side there. I hope you are too. We're using our spine, we're flexing it, we're making sure it is as supple and mobile as possible. And again, we figure out what our weak link is, what's stopping us from doing this, and then we can target that and do something about that. Time, fantastic. Squats and sit stands. If you're seated, Keith, I hope you're getting up now. If you're seated, feet back, body forward, push down, stand nice and tall, and in a controlled sit down, not a crash land. We're not going to collapse down. A controlled sit down, ready to go again. Okay? As many times as you can. If we're standing, squats, imaginary chair back there, and we're going to squat down and stand up. 25 seconds, off we go. Easy version again is just a small move like so. If we can, as big a move as we can, a bigger bend in the knees, as big a bend in the hips as we can manage. Knees are pushing outwards. Feet and heels are staying flat down on the floor. Chest is staying up nice and tall. And we've got a nice big strong move from the legs. Okay, that's round 1 done. You know the drill by now. What are you going to do a bit better this second time round? Is it bigger bends? Is it lower bum? Is it higher chest? What is it you're going to do? Think about it and make it work. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Sit back, chest high, stand tall. Repeat. Again, you can change the speed if you want. You can try going faster, you can try going slower. You make it as good a move as you can. Again, identify one thing that you can improve and improve that now. Perfect timing, there we go. Okay, tightrope walking. Or, if we're seated, ankle mobility. Ankles moving, a big movement from the ankles, not just a little flappy thing, but a big flappy thing. Heel, touch the floor, toes, touch the floor, and then repeat. On both sides, obviously. I know you know that anyway though. Those of us standing, tightrope walking. A line on the floor, feet wide is easier, feet narrow is harder. With me, off you go. Walking forwards, heel toe, So this is where we're going to challenge our balance. And again, this first one now, you're going to assess how your move is. Are you always falling over in one direction or something? Same thing going backwards now. Toes, heels, toes, heels. Do you have trouble going at a certain speed? Is it easy going faster or slower or something? You figure out your strengths and weaknesses. Because now on round 2, we think about it, we make it a little bit better. I always find better for balance, I have my arms out moving, wobbling, like we did yesterday. So round 2, off we go. Heel toe, heel toe. So more wobbling is good. The more movement you've got, the better. That helps you find that balance. It helps improve the strength in all the body needed to find that balance. And going backwards, same thing. Toes, heels, toes, heels. But again, fingers crossed, you have got a good idea. You're thinking about what you're doing. You're thinking about how you're making it better. Because that's what we do on Thinking Thursday. Obviously, that's what name's all about. There we go. Job done. And last couple. Out of breath time. So by now, hopefully, you're nicely warmed up. Your body has started to move quite nicely. So, fast feet. If you're seated, running on the spot. Like that. Feet going like that. Small, but fast move. If you're standing, same idea. Small, but fast move. Running on the spot. Like so. 10 seconds worth. And then you ask yourself, how can you make your feet go a bit faster? 10 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Running on the spot. Feet up and down. Nice, small, quick moves. Boom. That is round 1. Okay. Have a think. How can you make your feet move faster? How can you make them small moves, quick moves, and very sharp moves? Couldn't think of a word then. How can you do that? Give it a go now. Let's go, okay? In 3, 2, 1, off you go. Running on the spot. Feet moving, knees coming up a little bit. Job done again. Oh my goodness, well done. And then the last bit. Shadow boxing. You've got 3 chances here, 3 rounds. Each round 25 seconds each. If you're seated, no worries. Hands up, punching high, punching low. Just shadow boxing, getting your body moving, punching away nicely like so. If you're standing, it's the same, but include your feet. Footwork forwards, backwards, side to side. Shadow boxing, okay? 3 rounds, 25 seconds each. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. Punching away nicely. Nice big moves. Twisting your body one way, twist the body other, change direction if you feel like it. The whole idea now is to get out of breath, keep your body moving, nicely huffing and puffing. Staying out of breath is good. Okay, that's round 1. So, how can you make it better in round 2? Can you move your feet more? Can you twist your body more? Can you do quicker hands? Who knows? But you have a think. How can you make yours better? Not anybody else's. How can you make yours better? I'm in the seated version now. Round 2. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Punching again. Again, notice my entire body is twisting here. I'm not just flapping arms. I am twisting, twisting, twisting. I am getting stuck in nice, big, quick arm movements. And my breathing is going up. Because that is the goal of this exercise. To get out of breath, to stay out of breath, and repeat. Speaking of repeat, last round. 3rd and final round, the best round. This is it. Give your best shot. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Punching away again. Again, if you can on your feet, keep your feet moving. A little dance forwards, a little dance backwards. side to side, change direction, get your breathing going, huffing, puffing nicely, getting out of breath. All about fitness, and that is time there. Well done. And that, looking at my board, is that. Goodness me, well done. So, thinking time, well done. Thinking Thursday, all about getting your brain engaged. I absolutely love physical exercise. Well, I don't even call it exercise. Physical activity, playing around. I like using my body in various ways. It's fantastic. The way we improve, though, is by combining it with our amazing brain we've got up there. Don't just go through the motions. Think about it. Critical analysis, I think they call it, something like that. Think about the move you're doing. How can you make it a little bit better each and every time? We don't just accept what we've got. We try and make it a smidge better. And we help each other doing that. That's why we're all here. That's what we're all about here. Helping each other out, helping ourselves out, and we're all going to be better together. I like you lot. Well done. Bloody good. So, as you know, it is Fitness Friday tomorrow. Oh my God, it's Friday and it's October. Okay, it is Fitness Friday tomorrow. So lots of punching, lots of getting out of breath. Make sure you have a Weetabix before you make a start, because we're going to be spending a bit of time getting out of breath, and that is exactly what we're after. So 11 o'clock tomorrow, see you here, nicely huffing and puffing. In the meantime, you know what to do. Share the videos, all that kind of stuff. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.